Today I am going to discuss the sum from the greatest integer function. This is like this. This is 3 by 4, 3 by 4 plus 1 upon 100, 3 by 4 plus 2 upon 100, 3 by 4 plus 25 upon 100, 3 by 4 plus 26 upon 100, 3 by 4 plus 99 upon 100. And all these third bracket denote the greatest integer function. Okay. So these terms are under the third bracket. So it is a greatest integer function of 3 by 4. Similarly here 3 by 4 plus 1 by 100 is under the greatest integer function. So you can see that 3 by 4 is something like 0.75. So what will be its greatest integer function value? 0. Here also 3 by 4 plus 1 upon 100. 1 upon 100 is 0.00, 0.01. So 0.01 plus 0.75 is nothing but 0.76 type. So its greatest integer value will be again 0. So you can see that up to 24 upon 100, okay, up to that term the greatest integer function value will be 0 here. Why? Because after that when 25 by 100 comes, then 25 4s are, so 1 upon 4, so 3 by 4 plus 1 upon 4 is how much? 1. So its value will be 1. And after that same way here is something 1 more than, and this is fractional value. So you can see that its greatest integer function value will be 1. And up to here also 99 upon 100, that is 0.99 plus 0.75. So 1 point something you will get. So its greatest integer value will be 1. So that fact you have to keep in mind. Now we will solve this. We will just arrange the given expression like this: up to 25 by 100 plus 26 upon 100 up to 99 by 100. So we will make it together up to 24 by 100. Why? Because up to here only the greatest integer function value will be 0 for each terms. Okay. And when from 25 by 100, you can see 25 by 100 is 1 by 4. So this is 1. This is 1 plus something. So greatest integer function value will be here. 75 terms are there all together. So its value will be 1. So we can see that 25 into 0 for this and 75 into 1 for this. So answer is 75. Okay. Now come to the next question. This is your find the domain of fx equal to 1 upon root under greatest integer function of x minus x, where this denote the greatest integer function. Now fx is 1 upon square root of greatest integer function x minus x. Now in this case, as it is in a square root, so fx exists only if this term greatest integer function of x minus x will be greater than 0, means positive. So greatest integer function should be greater than x. But it is not possible because we know by the property of greatest integer function is always of x is always less or equal to x. Okay, I have written one example that 3.7 is there, will be always less than 3.7, means 3.7 greatest integer value will be 3, so it will be less equal to 3.7. okay, so in this way you can understand that this is not possible. So domain of fx will be 5. Thank you.